Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Sunday morning, and today's episode is all about this film here, George Lazenby's one and only movie, On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Hi there, folks. It's Sunday, like I said. I hope you've had a good weekend so far. As you can see, I am joined by two guests. This is what I promised, oh goodness me, a number of weeks ago now, where I said I was going to start watching the films again. I've not watched them in a while, and I thought my movie review would be more merchandise related. So that's what I've done, and I'm doing it as efficiently as I can. It takes a while, so I figured I'll watch Majesty's first. It's George Lazenby's one outing. Definitely could have done more. It is the Christmas movie, isn't it? It is the Christmas Bond movie. It's like Thunderballs, the holiday Bond movie, summer holiday Bond movie that I keep hearing. But yeah, Majesty's. It's a shame he listened to his agent at the time. I think Maggie Abbott was her name. She'd said that going into the 70s, Bond's a done thing. You know, Connery's gone. You're not going to be able to step into his shoes. Just walk away after this film's done, which obviously George did. And it's weird in a way because, you know, yeah, rough and ready around the edges, but you could say that to how Daniel Craig started in Casino, couldn't you? Shame we didn't get to do at least one sequel, if not a 3-picture deal, maybe more. But on the flip side of that, I grew up with Roger Moore, so had Lazenby continued, I know obviously we had Diamonds Are Forever, but had Lazenby continued, would we have had Roger Moore? And he's my Bond, so small margins. It's a strange one, isn't it? So I've literally just watched the film, and my merchandise ideas on watching it, I had 5. Although, just precursoring all that before I start, the one merchandise thing I would love to see somebody do is the following. Bear with me, because I've got a cat that wants to get out of the room now. He's decided to wake up, so hang on one moment. Right, let's try again, shall we? So, as I was saying, now that Blofeld's cat has disappeared, the first thing that I would love, and this is aside to the 5 ideas I've had from watching the film, is I would dearly love a life-size bust of each actor. I think that would be like terrific. You know, you see these busts in museums of politicians, historical figures, so on and so forth. To have one of each actor highly kind of detailed, because you're just focusing on the head sculpt, whether they're all in a tux type thing, or one of the more casual outfits, depending on which actor you're looking at. I think a bust of each actor would be pretty neat to have on a shelf or a cabinet somewhere. So whether that be somebody like Hot Toys doing that kind of thing, or another company, I'd love Amazon to approach those kind of people for something like that. I think that would be pretty awesome. But going on to the movie itself, thoroughly enjoyed it, as I always do. You know, the action's full on, and the music's just second to none, isn't it? So the first 2 ideas of the 5 are kind of paired because they're like prop replicas. So the first one I would dearly love, whether it could be made as actual size, it probably could, but it'd be a bit chunky, would be the safe cracking photocopier device that Bond has delivered via Mark Hans Draco's construction crane, and he's obviously, although not confirmed, a fellow 00 maybe, I'm not too sure. He seems pretty useful in doing what he was doing. But to have that, I think that would be pretty neat. And if you pre-order it early enough, maybe you'd get a copy of Playboy as well at the time, that actual copy. But yeah, that might be a bit risque. I don't know, but yeah, the safe cracking photocopying machine would be fun. And alongside that, I would like them to, because it's kind of a different take, in a lifestyle kind of sense, I guess, would be the Christmas gifts that Blofeld presents to the Angels of Death, where the compact turns into a transmitter radio, and then you've got the vial of the virus Omega in there, and then you don't really get to see what the other 2 or 3 items are in the gift box, but I thought that would be a nice like item to have, and that's kind of sort of you like more, oh, how can I put it, grown up kind of merchandise ideas. Another one I thought it'd be nice to have. You could either have it as a single item or a double featured item, a bit like Safin's masks, where you've got that option of the damaged mask and the complete mask. I'd love them to do both sets of coat of arms of Beauchamp or Blofeld and James Bond's, so you could actually mount them on the wall somewhere. I think that would be a pretty cool item to own, because they're colourful, they're interesting. You know, you've got the words of the world is not enough in Latin for Bond. I can't recall if there was anything on Blofeld's or Beauchamp's, but I think they would be a nice item or items. And then we've got to get a bit kiddified now, because that's exactly what I am. The first one, there's going to be a lot of this, I think, going through the movies as I progress, and you know, play sets. So I think a great play set to have, because I actually saw on the Facebook page, on the general part of it where other people post that you're friends with and so on, this brilliant French play set of the Volcano Lair from You Only Live Twice. I didn't even know it existed. I commented on it, and even though it looks very basic, it's incredible to think how old that play set is. But it's a play set, and it's a Piz Gloria play set, and the scale of it, I don't know. You could have it the size of this, and then you'd have like the 3 helicopters, some sets of figures like from the Spectre side and Mark and Strako's team. I think that'd be a great thing to have. You could apply this to but it's Lego, Duplo, all that kind of thing. But a Piz Gloria playset, I think, would be a terrific thing to have under the Christmas tree, provided it don't blow up. And the final item that I think would be terrific fun, and it's probably my favourite one that I came up with whilst watching the movie, was a Scalextric set, but not of Tracy's car and the pursuing, I think it was a Mercedes, maybe, I'm not too sure, when Tracy meets up with Bond, because I think actually Scalextrics have brought out a model of Tracy's car and the Aston, or it could be the villain car. We'd have to check on that, have a look yourselves, let me know. I thought, because the Scalextrics lineup, it's always a general racetrack, isn't it, with a few, you know, twists and turns and maybe loops, depending on the setup. I thought it'd be great run. There's a clue. I thought it'd be much more fun to have a bobsleigh run, Scalextrics. So you could have the curved sides for going around the corners, but it's just a single track, not twin. A single track, because obviously Bond's pursuing Blofeld in the toboggans, and I think you've got the I know Bond's was like a checkered one. I think Blofeld's was just one plain colour. But yeah, the Bob Sleigh run on Her Majesty's Secret Service Scale-Electric set. There's a tongue twister. Yeah, and I think that would be great fun. I'd certainly have it set up and having a play with it for sure. No qualms about that. But yeah, they were my merchandise ideas for On Her Majesty's Secret Service. If you've got any of your own, please feel free to get in touch. It goes without saying that I always respond to any comment or message that I get or email, because I just love connecting with people out there. Other things, even though I said I only had 5, this is the beauty of my weird brain. There's these things called Polly Pockets, isn't there? And I know that because of watching these toy collector hunters, if you like. And there's these Polly Pockets of different things, like little tiny little micro machine worlds. You got micro machines as well. But you could do it for like His Glory with even more stuff, or, you know, as I do the other films, there's going to be more options. Obviously, unfortunately, George only made 1 movie, but it's, you know, it's right up there with the very best and very well praised nowadays. Strange how all these things come around. I'm sure there'll be films in the series that are going to become popular again as the years go by. I love them all, so it doesn't really matter to me. But there's one thing left to do. It's Christmas, isn't it? The build up to Christmas. This is the Christmas Bond movie. So it's time for the Christmas light switch on. And George and Telly are going to take part in helping me switch said Christmas lights on. Okay, so we'll get set up. They may say a few words, they may not. Let's see what happens. It's still running. Oh, the beauty of recording. And here they are. Welcome, gentlemen. George, can I get you anything?
I'll have some Royal Beluga, north of the Caspian.
Well, I can't sort that out, mate. I'm sorry. How about you, Telly?
I'll have a lollipop, baby.
Okay, I don't think I can manage that either. And I have no idea why I've done these impressions, but it's Christmas. I'm getting into the spirit, and the boys here are now ready to do the Christmas switch on. Okay, we're going to have a countdown from 7. Of course it is. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Woohoo! And there we go, guys. Christmas is officially arrived at the vault. You can see into the outside world. We are up in the air and not under the ground. But me, George and Telly, or should I say me, James and Ernst, wish you all a Merry Christmas. Well, that's enough of my silly nonsense. I can't believe I did that. It's probably because I'm home alone. Forgive the pun a bit, with it being Christmas. All being said, leave a like, a subscribe, a comment, a share. Spread the word about this nut job that does what he does every Sunday morning. I hope it makes you chuckle a little bit. Yeah. Me, George and Telly would really appreciate it. And enjoy the rest of your Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Sending lots of love. All the best. Take care now. See you next weekend. Bye-bye.